Where are you from? Oh, you studied with them. Where's Dr. Scott? Okay, can't see you very well. Okay, now you want to be picked on? Yep. Okay, good. You can stand and sit wherever you want. So let's play second line G. No, it's very good. What's the difference? Anybody? Remember, if I stand up here and pontificate, it's not as good as if you guys interact. Yeah, okay, so who said optimist? That Bill? Yeah, so we're going to avoid adding buzzwords, okay? No, for real. I mean, Bill and I were in school together, we both know what that means, and so this is part of the challenge, and I'm going to say we're going to avoid adding buzzwords, and I'm about to use one. He used to try to say to us, and some of you have heard me say this before, what does chocolate taste like? And you cannot describe what chocolate tastes like. But if we both eat chocolate, we both know what it tastes like, right? So that's what we got to do now. That's why I bring up this truth machine. If we can hear the difference, I mean, so the premise is, and I'm going to preface this by saying you might talk to some of the other folks that are really good at this, and they may never speak of it in the manner that I do. And that could be, I keep picking on Greg Regan, for instance, we were in high school together. He may or may not need to think of it like this. But for me, it's a difference maker. I'm trying to describe to you. And I'm talking about all the abilities we need to play the trumpet well, but if you have sound production issues, I fervently believe this is the path. And another pause button there is it because I'm such an avid devotee? No, I'm curious. I've always been curious. Any teacher that can help me play better, I want it. If a mouthpiece helps me play better, I want it. Whatever's going to work for me. However, after studying, and I have 40 years of teaching at the college level and a pretty vast performance career and all kinds of different things, it's just undeniable to me that Mr. Adams' simplicity is where we want to go, okay? So, can we describe versus Austin's? Now, did you hear that was already better?
Yes.
Right? And that's because he's imitating, there's clarity starting to come. So one of the things that and this is where I invite you to, I don't want to argue with anybody, but if you're not sure of what I'm about to tell you, or it seems hard to understand, please, shout out or something. The sound we achieve is the mirror of our mechanics. Okay? Now, if I try to change something with this young man, it's a complete waste of time. If I get him to imitate a certain sound, every sound he creates is mirrored in his mechanics, period. Now, what does that mean? That could be tongue position, jaw position, whatever is activated in the lips and the cheeks, and you've got a complicated sets of muscles, and how much is right, how much is enough. There's no way you can get that, but you can get the sound. Okay? So I'm going to ask you to imitate my sound the very best you can. Support or any of that. jazz. They're both vowels that imitate sound.
Yeah.
So the power that is, you know, and you've heard us all say this before, is just through imitation. What I'm trying to impart to you, and I don't know you, not met you, what concerns you about your playing limitations?
I just feel like my playing is very constricted, very inconsistent.
How's the upper register?
Shaky.
Okay. And so another pause button thing for me is people are here, trumpet players are high note obsessed. And that bugs me because, and I wrote in my notes, which I may repeat if I go back to my computer. If you're a lousy musician, I don't really care how powerful your high G is. It's just, I don't care. And you can have sound production issues and be a wonderful musician. I'd much rather hear you play. But we know, and you heard these people in this recital, holy smokes. We know that the nature of the beast playing the trumpet is we need a pretty good listener. And would you like to be playing well enough to play professionally? Yeah, so that means, okay, so we got work to do. And I'm telling you, the path is imitating that thing in the sound. Now, the hard part, can you describe what it is about my sound that's different than yours? We're going to share a microphone. So he said it's more open, and I'm going to say, please don't say open. I know, we're going to pick on everything, okay? What does open mean? If I say open, is someone going to open their jaw, their throat, or whatever? I don't want to open. Try again.
There's more like core to your sound. It's more focused. There's just, it's a much fuller sound line.
Okay, core and focus. Now, when you play, are you thinking of that, or are you thinking of something else?
Usually something else.
Yeah, so that doesn't work very well, okay? He's a good sport. I appreciate the husband. But there are people that will, get with me, and I know Greg can tell similar stories, and they say, but here's what I do, and I'm thinking, well, you don't sound very good. I mean, I wouldn't say that to their face, but I'm thinking, you're paying me for help because you need help, right? So what you're married to doesn't work. So one of my little asides is, we tend to replicate ourselves. And that can be a real danger with routine, by the way. If I play today like I played yesterday, I just replicated yesterday and there's no tomorrow. I have to always be striving for that ideal. And when Jim O'Banion and I work together quite a bit, and we use the term we reacquire the target. Because you lose the target, and the target is that characteristic sound which we're trying to make sense of. And no matter what, so do you have any solo literature etudes that I might know from memory? Yeah, I remember that one. I mean, I played that, I forget how it goes. Anyway, what else? Okay. We're grateful that he's a good sport. My purpose is to show you. My purpose is to show you the difference. Okay? Now, and these lights are blinding. I can't see you guys very well. Are there any questions so far? Anybody? The whole premise is, can we identify the character of his tone versus something that's more of an ideal?